I'm too tired to smile.
Make your moves count. Intuit TurboTax. Let a full-service expert do your taxes for you as soon as today.
Scoreless game between Alabama and Arkansas on this Sunday afternoon here in Tuscaloosa. Bottom third of the order due up to the plate next for the Crimson Tide against Razorback right-hander Brady Tigers. This is Roger and David upstairs, joined in the Arkansas dugout by the head coach of the Razorbacks, Dave Van Horn. And, Coach, thank you for joining us. What have you liked so far about Brady Tigard on the mound?
Well, he's competing hard. You know, he's been behind in the count a little bit, and we turned a couple double plays. We got a couple leadoff walks that usually get you. So just the fact that he's making some good pitches when he needs to.
Coach Van Horn, this is David Kindred here. Talk about your bullpen strength. It's life in the SEC. Late in games, you got 1- and 2-run games. You've been able to play a lot of guys in the bullpen. Can you talk a little bit about your strength of bullpen?
Yeah, we've got a lot of guys down there that are getting some experience, and in leverage situations where they don't get too shook up, and no moment's really too big for them, and that obviously helps you at the end of the game. It helps you down the road too.
Coach, thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you, guys.
The head coach of the Arkansas Razorbacks, Dave Van Horn, had to like that first play and catch made in foul territory by Jared Sprague-Lott, another one of the transfer portal additions for Arkansas this year. Here's Matt Gassetti for the Crimson Tide. And again, good to see him healthy. It was a very similar situation to what happened last year in Baton Rouge when a ball in the dirt ricocheted off his neck and he had to be helped off the field. Scary situation in Baton Rouge. Then we saw it again last night in the third inning. But he was able to recover a little bit better last night. Was able to go through all the concussion protocol and was cleared to return to the game. So similar to Jim Jarvis, who went out of a game last year in the SEC tournament, got to re-enter after he was evaluated for a concussion. Got to see Gassetti catch the 10th inning, and that made all Crimson Tide fans feel better last night.
Yeah, you saw how important that was. That obviously you want to take care of your players first, and Gassetti, especially with a potential concussion issue. And you don't see that too often where you take a guy out only because a concussion is the opportunity to come back in the game, like Roger said. And it was a big deal to get him back in the game defensively to be the stopper.
Up the middle, and he'll get a base hit. Tough for the Razorbacks to defend with Tigard and Stovall, an infield single for Matt Gassetti.
Sometimes it's all about where you hit it, right, Roger? Not too often. It's very rare you hit a ground ball and it hits a bag and just there's not much you can do as an Arkansas defender. You just can't practice that.
I mean, Stovall was in the perfect spot.
It's a weird game of baseball. You just got to go to the next guy.
First hit of the game for Alabama. Now Bryce Eblin with a runner at first, one gone. Tigard's been good about erasing base runners quickly with double plays turned by Arkansas in the first and the second, both in the outfield and in the infield.
It's definitely been the trend the first two innings. See if the Tide can change it up a little bit, see if they play a little small ball, lay one down with Bryce. Or
punch it into right field.
Punch it into right field.
Gassetti will head to third base, digs up with the baseball. Back-to-back hits for the Crimson Tide. Bryce Eblin with his second hit of the weekend after he returned after missing 2 weeks with injury.
Tide is really happy to have Eblin back in the lineup, even in the bottom half. He's been consistent down there, gives you good at-bats, and you see right there, not trying to do too much, gets one down in the zone where the lefties like it, and set the table for Gage Miller.
Gage Miller, a walk, his first trip to the plate, homered yesterday in the third inning. He's got 2 on with only 1 out in the bottom of the third today. Crimson Tide trying to strike first against Arkansas. Such a dialed-in hitter, especially against fastballs.
Dialed in is an understatement right there. That was Gage Miller. If you're Tiger, you got away with one right there. Gage Miller knows he's probably not going to get a fastball like that again. Probably sitting off speed.
fouls away the slider. Crimson Tide adding him from Bishop State Community College, originally from Palmyra, Pennsylvania. And he was hitting like this down in Mobile at Bishop State, a .397 hitter, and he has had a tremendous transition to high-level college baseball here in the SEC.
If you're Arkansas right here, you can somehow keep the ball down, just get a ground ball right here, limit the damage.
Pitch clock will reset with the count 1-2 on Miller. Breaking ball, pop foul, out of reach.
Good early battle right here by Tigert and Gage Miller right here. Both teams want to jump out early. Can Arkansas limit the damage right here?
.472 hitter. Gage Miller with runners in scoring position. He's got Gassetti at third, Eblin at first, only one out. Smacks it deep but foul.
And Gage Miller continues to see off-speed pitches, fouling them off. If you're Tigert, let's see if you can bury your off-speed pitch.
1-2 again. Stayed away and low, the breaking ball, 2-2.
It's a good take right there. Veteran hitter and Gage Miller. That's tough to lay off. That's a good pitch, exactly where you want it, 1-2.
Men on the corners for Alabama. Foul tip, held onto by Helfrich for the strikeout.
Tremendous pitch right there by Tigert. Just came right at him. Here's my fastball. Ball had a little run in. Gage Miller's trying to protect, not working aggressive to fastball. Tremendous pitch right there. One of those leverage moments where you get the second out with a guy on third base. You got to get a hit now if you're the Tide.
First strikeout for Tiger when he really needed it. Now it's Ian Petrutz, who had a deep fly out to left that started a double play in the first. Takes a curveball outside, ball one.
Coach Van Horn talked a lot about his bullpen being able to operate in high leverage moment. Tigert, former closer, now starter.
Base hit to right field. Alabama takes the early lead. Gassetti scores on the RBI single by Ian Petrutz. 1-0 Crimson Tide in the third.
Nice at bat right there by Ian Petrutz. Staying in the middle of the field. Gets a pitch he could handle. Just out of the reach of Peyton Stovall to give the Tide the 1-0 lead.
30th run batted in for Ian Petrutz this season for Alabama. Well, Justin LeBron, third hitter in the order. Freshman with 2 on and 2 out. Hit the ball hard last time up on a line out to right field.
Good pitch on the outer half by Tigert.
20 pitches this inning. He's getting close to 50. Still in the bottom of the third. Skied high in the air to left. Backing up on it, Holtz. He'll put it away for the final out here in the bottom of the third, but it is the third inning where Alabama breaks through thanks to an RBI single by Ian Petrutz. 1-0 Alabama.
So this is your first time buying a home?
Yeah, this is first time doing any of this.
Honestly, we definitely have the stress and anxiety part down.
I know this can all seem a bit overwhelming, but everything is in the email I sent you the other day. It'll go a long way to ease those new anxieties. Information about financing, inspections.
The email.
And if you haven't looked at it yet, let's go through it together.
Oh,
Okay. Okay.
Expertise. Just one of the many ways an agent who's a realtor works for you.
At this very moment, toxic chemicals are endangering one of the most beautiful and fragile ecosystems on the planet. When you vape, you may be exposing your lungs to toxic chemicals. Are you polluting yourself?
There's some scores around the SEC on this Sunday afternoon. Florida trying to avoid a sweep at home against South Carolina, up by 4 in the 8th. Also Vanderbilt, 2 tough games for the Commodores already in Bryan College Station, up 4-0 over Texas A&M. Ole Miss, Mississippi State got very interesting last night.
Typical of an Egg Bowl game for the Dogs and the Rebels when they match up. No surprise, there's going to be a lot of electricity in those games.
Of course, it was an Ole Miss 10-9 win in 12 innings, and we also saw Tennessee trying to close it out against LSU as well after the Vols have won the first 2 against an LSU team that's 3-11 so far in SEC play, and it's just been interesting how the national champions the next year have had a tough go of it in the SEC.
It's just hard to repeat in anything, especially at such a high level. And everybody, when you're leading the pack, everybody's trying to catch you, and it's hard to just repeat that again because you have so many good players that end up, because you got there, either going in the draft or.
Jared Sprague-Lott with a base hit into right center. He keeps on hitting in this series against Alabama and overall in this ballpark. We've talked about it a lot. Homered last year for Richmond against Alabama on opening day 2023. Transfers to Arkansas. He's homered in the first 2 games of this series. Now picks up a leadoff single in the 4th.
So what you're saying, he doesn't matter what uniform he's wearing, he likes playing the Tide. He continuing that right there with a nice base hit. Evan Slight got to that in a hurry. Sprague was looking to get 2, but he cut it off.
Ben McLaughlin takes a strike on the inner half from Adams, who so far so good. 3 scoreless innings. That was just the 2nd hit he's allowed so far. So he tries to navigate through the Razorback batting order a 2nd time.
This was exactly the expectation for Rob Vaughn when we were talking to him earlier today. Expected Zane to want him to get through 3 to 4 innings. He's done a great job thus far, but like Roger said, coming through 2nd time through the lineup with a good veteran club, can he close the door? And again, you got bullpen work, bullpen guys down there getting ready, but that's not due to anything wrong with Zane. That's just what was the expectation for him coming into the game.
McLaughlin ahead in the count 2-1. He had a single his last time to the plate. Spots the curveball for strike 2.
Still got good tilt on that curveball. Good break. Wouldn't be surprised to see if Arkansas gets a man in motion here at first.
2-2. Stayed away with the fastball, now a full count. Check it first at Sprague-Lott. Payoff pitch. Reached for and fouled away by McLaughlin.
Both teams through 3 innings have gotten that pitch count up against both Tigert and Zane Adams. Let's see which one will break first.
To second base, Eblin. On to LeBron for the double play. Crimson Tide turn 2. Nobody on base in this top of the 4th.
Nice double play right there. Zane Adams trying to get a ground ball, got it right there. Bryce Eblin kind of caught that ground ball between hops. Was still able to get it over to LeBron.
2 away for Vahiva Aloy. 1 for 9 so far in this series against the Alabama Crimson Tide. Now Adams in front, nothing in 2. Adams seems very composed, very similar to the start he had at home 2 weeks ago against South Carolina. Did allow 2 runs on 3 hits there, but he has been solid against number 1 Arkansas, the 0-2. In the dirt, 1 and 2 on Aloy.
And if you're a Tide fan, this is where you want to face Aloy. With 2 outs and nobody on, he's a dangerous hitter.
Again, staying low, 2 and 2. Aloy, the WAC Freshman of the Year, a freshman All-American last year, hit .376, 14 homers, drove in 46 runs for Sacramento State. 2-2. Knocked foul, will do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
A tremendous get for the Hogs in Aloy. One of those 5-tool, middle of the lineup type of guys. Completely changes your team when you're able to add him to your roster.
Now 3 and 2. There was Adams in front, no balls, 2 strikes.
See what Zane comes right here. 3-2 pitch. What he's most comfortable with.
Staying outside with the breaking ball, and that is ball 4 for Adams. That is his first walk of the game compared to 3 strikeouts.
Yeah, you never want to give up a 2-out walk. At the same time, the way that Aloy's swinging it, you don't want to give any cookies over the middle of the plate. You know that he can do damage, so not the worst thing that happened for Zane. For him, just can he bounce back and get an out right here?
Lefty on lefty with 2 gone. Check it first, and Aloy does have 6 stolen bases on the season for Arkansas.
Definitely a prime opportunity. Zane knows that. To run right there. Got good wheels at first. And a good hitter in Souza.
First pitch fastball for strike 1. Souza ground out to second base, his first trip to the plate. Count evens to a ball and a strike on the reigning SEC Freshman of the Week. In play to first, there's Will Hodo. There's the end of the inning. 4 scoreless innings for Zane Adams against number 1 Arkansas. Crimson Tide still in front, 1-0.
When Barbara switched to TurboTax,
I broke 4 generations of family tradition.
Ma, I want to make perfume.
so I made Barbara's new sidekick count by guaranteeing her maximum refund.
Intuit TurboTax.
Reeves Me says getting Taco Bell during the daytime feels unethical, which is why I'm going to use the Cantina chicken menu to help change his mind.
The chicken's great.
Well, well, well.
Oh.
Didn't you post this? Getting Taco Bell during the daytime feels unethical. Is it daytime or nighttime? Yes. So what do you think, Reeve? I mean, because plus the sun makes me think that your pants might be on fire. You get what I'm saying, right?
So I'm a liar.
Well. The new Cantina chicken menu isn't just for late night.
When you have auto glass damage, trust SafeLight. This dad and daughter were driving when they got a crack in their windshield.
It's okay. We'll pull over.
He wouldn't take his car just anywhere, so he brought it to SafeLight. We replaced the windshield and recalibrated their car's advanced safety system, so features like automatic emergency braking will work properly.
All right, all finished. Wow, that's great. Thanks.
Stay safe with SafeLight. Schedule now.
SafeLight Repair, SafeLight Replace.
Some people just know that the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate. Because you know the right way to stop! Save with DriveWise and get a rate based on you. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Once again in this series, some good starting pitching between Alabama and Arkansas. Zane Adams, 4 scoreless innings, and Brady Tigert has allowed 1 run, but he's also limited the damage, hasn't allowed any huge innings for the Crimson Tide.
He has limited. It's good defense along with the use of the twin killing, which we've seen a lot early in this game.
Will Hodo will lead off this inning, just like he did back in the second. He led off that frame with a walk.
Nice tilt curveball right there by Tiger. If you're Will Hodo, you saw a nice changeup called strike, curveball for, apologies, called that a ball right there.
Ground out Stovall will start this inning for Hodo and the Crimson Tide at the plate. Cade Snell hit into a 4-6-3 double play. Last time up in the second. Last night hit the double that started the 10th inning for the Crimson Tide. Later, Mason Swinney took over as a pinch runner and scored the winning run, bottom of the 10th. Base hit to right field. Cade Snell keeps on hitting his 4th hit of the weekend against Arkansas.
3 hits last night. He's continuing it. And Cade Snell batting .300 overall, but batting .361 in SEC play. He's just continued to get hotter as this tough SEC season continues. And he's a middle-of-the-bat type of player for the Tide. It's going to keep on getting it at bats the way he's swinging it.
And he's doing that while also maintaining his pitching regimen, as he has been a midweek starter for the Crimson Tide. Could be used maybe later in the year out of the bullpen. TJ McCants takes a first pitch strike. That's impressive to be able to continue getting the hits like he is while being the midweek starter.
Mentally, it's really tough. And again, against South Alabama, Cade Snell DH'd and pitched, gave him 4 great innings on the mound for him, and continues to swing a hot bat. There's very few people that can do that consistently. Cade Snell's one of them.
Two-way player before he joined the Crimson Tide after really standout success at Wallace State Community College, previously at Auburn before that. Two balls and a strike to TJ McCants.
For Tiger right here, some of the off speed, starting to rely on it a little bit more. Going second time through the lineup.
Base hit to right for TJ McCants. 2 on with 1 out for Alabama.
McCants hunting a fastball right there, gets one up in the zone. He's starting to see the ball a whole lot better. The last 6 and 7 games, he's been scuffling, but starting to see the ball well. Get the Tide an opportunity to score again.
Matt Hobbs, pitching coach for Arkansas, talking with Tigard on the mound. Second time through the order, the Crimson Tide getting 3 base hits, all to right field, all by left-handed batters against Tigard.
It's a good thing for the Tide have more heavy left-handed hitters against a right-hander.
Cody Frank getting loose in the Arkansas Razorback bullpen.
Yeah, Hobbs is just telling him right here, hey, you've relied on the defense. You're one ground ball away, getting yourself out of this. Still on the table. You've got a very good defense across the board.
Evan Slight, 2 men on base, only 1 gone. Alabama trying to build in a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the 4th. Breaking ball just missed for ball 1 to Evan Slight, who's looking for his first hit of the weekend, 0 for 8. Against the Arkansas Razorbacks, had a tough go of it at the plate last week as well against Kentucky.
Evans been trying to get out of a mini funk again, just like TJ McCants, getting a bunt down to kind of get your confidence going. Evan was able to lay off a first pitch, off-speed pitch. Small things can give you a little confidence offensively.
Fastball for a strike, 1 and 2.
If you're Tiger right here, able to compose yourself after that talk with the coach and living down in the zone again, and puts himself an opportunity to get a K right here.
The 1-2. Breaking ball got him swinging. Another strikeout win. Tigard needed it.
Big timeout right there. Was able to get that off speed in on the hands right there. Evan just can't quite get to it on that inner half. Fighting with 2 strikes. Tremendous out right there.
2 on with 2 gone. Now Matt Gassetti. Singled last time up for Alabama. Hits this deep down the left field line, but foul just in front of that curveball.
This looks like that's the pitch for the Tide that they're working aggressive to. Second time through the lineup, Tiger's shown that he's not afraid to go off speed early. And Mac trying to started off the year last year with a home run barrage, and he's waiting to get that first one, but he's still a mainstay for the Tide behind the plate.
Smoked to first right there, Ben McLaughlin, and that line out will close out the inning. Crimson Tide get 2 on, do not score in the 4th. It remains 1-0 Alabama.
This is not just a stop for allergy meds. This is a great price on what you need to survive the season.
Quick question.
Backed by an expert.
Okay.
This is value. Right in your neighborhood.
Thanks so much.
Walgreens.
Some people just know that the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate. Because you know the right way to stop! Save with DriveWise and get a rate based on you. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Excuse me, would you mind taking a picture of us?
Oh, no problem.
Thanks.
Ooh, yes, problem. You need Verizon. Get the new iPhone 15 Pro with tons of storage, so you can take all the pics.
Trade in any iPhone in any condition and get iPhone 15 Pro on us. Only on Verizon.
Top of the fifth, it's Alabama with a 1-0 lead against Arkansas in the rubber match of this series here on Sunday afternoon at Sewell Thomas Stadium. Roger Hoover and David Kindred in the press box, joined on the field in the Crimson Tide dugout by Greg Ferrone.
How are you
Starting
guys?
pitcher last night for the Crimson Tide. And Greg, we're doing well. It seemed like you were in a good groove early last night for the Crimson Tide.
Yeah, it was really good last night. Electric fan base, everything. Felt great.
Greg, this is David.
How you doing,
Wanted
David?
to ask you a little bit about, what it's like to transition to SEC baseball. You put a tremendous performance, 5 innings, limiting the Arkansas just to 1 run. Can you talk a little bit about the electricity yesterday and how you were kind of able to feed off of that?
Yeah, I mean, I like playing with a little bit of juice, and the fans gave me that there from this jump. So I think just mixing early against this lineup over there, a really good lineup, just trust my stuff, and like the coaches say, send it in every day we go out there.
What have you seen so far from Zane Adams, 4 scoreless innings in this start?
He looks great. He's landing his breaking ball, attacking with the fastball. He looks great.
But how about getting to work with Jason Jackson? How important was that for you when you made your decision to join Alabama? How's he helped your game so far this year?
He's amazing. I love him. I think he's a great coach, great guy to be around every day. And coming in the fall, just built a great relationship with him from the jump. And just kind of just took a step from the fall to the spring, and we're just rolling.
Greg, talk a little bit about stuff was very good yesterday, but just your presence on the mound. Coach Rob Vaughn talked a lot about how defense likes playing behind you. Can you talk about your composure and the mentality that you take each and every start in the SEC?
Yeah, I don't try to get too high or too low. I mean, SEC is really great competition every day, every weekend. But I kind of just like to go out there and just be free and attack and just let it loose.
And show your personality. We hear you wore a Metallica t-shirt to your recruiting visit. That was a bold choice.
Yeah, I love that. Love Metallica.
Hey, deep track, King Nothing.
Ball on a strike on Ryder Helfrich. Greg, we will let you go. Great start again for you yesterday. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Greg.
That is Greg Ferrone for the Crimson Tide. Were you trying to ask him his favorite deep track?
I was trying to ask him to see if he liked that song.
Okay.
So
no response, really.
Hey, maybe he was just being his cool and composured self just wasn't his favorite, but wasn't his favorite.
It's all right. 1-2 on Ryder Helfrich from Zane Adams.
Just figured if you're going to wear a Metallica shirt to your recruiting visit, you're all over it.
Here's a ground ball to short. Justin LeBron has it and throws out Helfrich. But yeah, Rob Vaughn has talked about, gets ready to pick him up at the hotel, sees that Ferrone's in the Metallica t-shirt, and he goes, you know what, this is my kind of ball player.
Hey, hard-nosed type of guy, like some electric type of music, hard rock. We like him on the mound. They like him on the mound at Alabama.
Well, Zane Adams gets to come back for this 5th inning, setting down the first 2 batters. Now Ty Wilmsmeyer. A quick bouncing ball to short. LeBron has it to close out the inning. How about Zane Adams with 5 scoreless innings against the Arkansas Razorbacks?
This is not just a stop for allergy meds. This is a great price on what you need to survive the season.
Quick question.
Backed by an expert.
Okay.
This is value. Right in your neighborhood.
Thanks so much.
Walgreens.
For you is a rate based on you with Allstate. Because you know the right way to stop! Save with DriveWise and get a rate based on you. You're in good hands with Allstate.
To 50 years with my best friend and my soulmate.
Quick! The Quicker Picker-Upper. Only Bounty absorbs spills like a sponge, and Bounty is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less and get the job done with 1.
You've got a bit of your face on your face.
Bounty, the Quicker Picker-Upper. And get 4 rolls in 1 with the Bounty Mega Roll, our longest lasting roll.
Zane Adams on the mound for the Crimson Tide, doing exactly what Alabama wanted. 5 scoreless innings, limiting the Razorbacks to only 2 hits.
Longest outing in his career, closed the book on 5 innings. It all started with throwing a fastball, keeping it low in the zone.
Ian Petrotz coming through with 2 outs, an RBI single for the Tide in the third, and that's been the only scoring play so far of what's been a well-pitched Game 3 of the series.
Tiger's been just as good. He's limited the damage. He's put himself in some danger areas, but the defense has bailed him out thus far, and he's still out there grinding.
So it's not felt like your traditional Sunday game in the SEC. This has kind of felt like a Friday night game each and every game of the series of how well the starting pitchers have done.
Starting pitching has been very good. We've seen good defense to back them up, and that's a good thing. You don't always have to strike out everybody. And again, we saw some electric arms earlier 2 days ago, but Tiger's just as good. You stay down in the zone. You give your team a chance to go deeper in the game and use less bullpen arms.
Bottom of the fifth starts with Bryce Eblin for the Crimson Tide. Rolls it to the right side. McLaughlin is there, and nice job by Tiger covering the back.
Tremendous play across the board right there. Tiger hauling to get over to first base off the bat. McLaughlin makes a great play. You practice that every single day. That play looks easy, but trying to catch the ball while you're trying to find the bag at the same time. I've been really impressed with Arkansas across the board defensively. They've made every play that they were supposed to make. They've made some very, very some defensive gems, but they've done nothing to hurt themselves defensively throughout this series.
That's always been a hallmark of a Dave Van Horn coach team. Here's Gage Miller representing the top of the order. That runs a bit inside, 2-0. A walk and a strikeout for Miller today.
I know Tiger didn't get the strike right there, but if you're going to be throwing Gage Miller fastballs, that's where you want to live.
Pops up this fastball. Well, the Razorbacks have room. Here's Sprague Lott. Only watches. That'll go into the crowd here at Sewell Thomas Stadium. 2 balls and a strike.
It's got a little wind, push that out. Gage Miller's happy to be standing back in the box.
Curveball hit him in the helmet. Second time that Gage Miller's been hit by a pitch in this series.
Looks like an off-speed pitch that just got away from Tiger right there. If you're going to get hit, we're going to get hit with a curveball on top of the helmet. That's the one to get.
Miller now at first with 1 out. Ian Petrotz next to the plate. Petrotz sends it high and deep down the right field line, hanging up a long time in the air. And the Razorbacks right against the line. That'll go just out of reach. RBI single for Petrotz last time up. The bottom of the third, the difference in this 1-0 game.
Been really impressed with Tiger. Even though he's given up some hits, he's done a tremendous job of limiting the damage, letting his defense work, getting the ball on the ground, and that's why Dave Van Horn turns to him on Sunday. Starting to incorporate that changeup to the left-handed hitters. We didn't see much of it the first time through.
Check, swing, strike.
Nice off speed pitch right there. Not a bad time to consider getting some motion at first base.
Low and in, but a good dirt ball read, and that gives Miller second. Wild pitch on Tiger, putting the Crimson Tide with a runner in scoring position, still just one out. That also takes away the chance to turn a conventional double play.
That's exactly right, Roger. That wasn't a steal right there. That was one of those where Gage Miller's getting his secondary, saw the ball down, ball gets away from the catcher. He's reading dirt ball read right there, and he's gone.
Foul ball. Absolutely picture-perfect Sunday here in Tuscaloosa. The weather has been cooperative with the Crimson Tide and the Razorbacks all weekend long, as Alabama is glad to be at home after last weekend was spent in chilly Lexington, Kentucky, with temperatures in the 40s, did climb up into the 50s for the final 2 games.
Happy to be sitting here with you watching the game. I'll say that.
Two-tip. Smoked foul down the right field line. We'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Petrutz.
If you're an Alabama fan, this weekend couldn't ask for better weather for 8A football, baseball. Also got some Alabama softball going this weekend.
2-2 on Petrutz. Low and in to make it a full count.
Good take right there by Petrutz. I don't anticipate Tiger giving in. Doesn't mean he won't make a competitive pitch, but you got a free bag right here. You don't want to lay any cookies over the middle of the plate.
Miller at second with 1 gone. Just reached for and fouled away.
And both teams understand. You've looked at the last 2 box scores from Friday, Saturday. It was a 2-run game on Friday, 1-run game last night. Each inning, each opportunity that you have offensively to get runs.
Fly ball in the center, ranging back at it. Wilmsmeyer with the second out of the inning. Nothing Miller can do there. He'll stay at second. Now there are 2 gone.
Like I was saying right there, it was when you got good pitching, Arkansas and Alabama, and bullpen arms, you know your opportunities are few and far between, and you got to take advantage of them. Petrutz puts together a tremendous at bat, hits the ball hard, just happens to hit it right at a guy. Let's see if Justin LeBron can pick him up right here.
Late on the fastball on the first pitch. LeBron's been 0 for 2 so far in this ball game with a line out to right field and a fly out to left.
Tigers continue to maintain his fastball velocity, still in the 91-92 range.
Bends that one a little inside, 1-1.
Arkansas would really like to see Tiger give him as much as possible. They leveraged a lot of bullpen arms last night. He's done a tremendous job thus far.
Alabama's left 4 men on base so far in this game. Crimson Tide 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position. Curveball for a strike, now 2-2 on LeBron. Chance for Tiger to end the inning right here.
I think if you're willing to go off speed at 2-1 for a strike, you got to be willing to respect that he can come back with it again.
Reached for and fouled away. Crimson Tide have had some great long at-bats against Tiger. That was one thing that Alabama noticed about last weekend, some really quick at-bats at times against Kentucky, not getting to many 2-ball, 3-ball counts. Grinding out each opportunity today against Tiger. Gets away from the catcher, Helfrich. Miller will take third. Runner at third with 2 gone, all without a base hit. 2 wild pitches in the inning by Tiger.
If you're Tiger, you're 1 pitch away. gone off speed. If you're Justin LeBron, see if you can adjust and stay somewhere up the middle of the field.
Got him swinging. All of Tiger's strikeouts have been with men in scoring position, and he keeps Alabama off the scoreboard in the 5th. Solid work by Brady Tiger.
Tremendous pitch right there by Tiger. Limit the damage, keeping the Hogs in the game right there with that crucial K.
Some people just know that the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate. Because you know the right way to stop! Save with DriveWise and get a rate based on you. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Excuse me, would you mind taking a picture of us?
Oh, no problem.
Thanks.
Ooh, yes, problem. You need Verizon. Trade in that old thing and get a new iPhone 15 Pro with tons of storage, so you can take all the pics. So many selfies.
A preposterous amount of panos!
That means panoramic. And as many portraits of me as your heart desires.
How about none?
None, yeah, none feels right.
Trade in any iPhone in any condition and get iPhone 15 Pro on us. Only on Verizon.
At Not Howie says Taco Bell only really hits after midnight, which is why I'm going to use the Cantina chicken menu to help him see the Taco Bell light.
Very juicy.
Hi. The food hits, right? Are you at Not Howie? Does it hit or does it not hit?
I'd say it hits.
Yeah, it does hit.
I can't lie.
Okay, but you did, maybe.
The Cantina Chicken Crispy Taco isn't just for late night. This is Jimmy Butler. And this is Jimmy Butler's butler. Jimmy Butler loves Hulu Plus Live TV.
It's got over 95 live channels.
But Jimmy Butler's butler is old school.
For your media social, sir.
He doesn't realize Hulu Plus Live TV is like cable, only better.
Buckets! You get Disney Plus and ESPN Plus all in one plan.
Indeed.
Watch live TV like Jimmy Butler.
Where are you going?
To cut the cord.
Rolling along to the top of the 6th inning here in Tuscaloosa. It remains a tight ball game, 1-0. Alabama leading Arkansas. Two pitchers doing really well. Brady Tigert for the Razorbacks and Zane Adams for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Alabama will stick with Adams to begin this top of the 6th inning. First two hitters to the plate are left-handed batters for the Arkansas Razorbacks. 5 scoreless innings for Adams, giving up only 2 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, and he starts Kendall Diggs with a first pitch curveball for ball 1.
Tremendous start thus far for Zane. Ability to locate his fastball, and he's been able to locate his curveball as well. Going through the 3rd time in the lineup, see Arkansas can make some adjustments.
Kendall Diggs 0 for 2, did reach on an error by the shortstop LeBron. Last time up in the 3rd. What does it say about a freshman that is able to locate a breaking ball right away? Because usually that's something that takes a lot of time, making that transition from high school baseball to college.
It's a feel thing, because obviously Zane's got the athletic ability to throw it. It's all about feel and confidence. It's just like anything you start to do. We talk about it's Masters Week. It's just like anybody that's out there that plays a little bit of golf. You stripe one with your driver on the first hole. It usually leads to a better day for us guys that hack it around.
To right center. Evan slides there for the first out.
And mentally, again, for Zane Adams, again, he's done exactly what the Tide has asked from him. This has to bring a lot of confidence as a freshman to show that I deserve to be here. I've shown it. I'm pitching against the #1 team in Arkansas, who has a very good older offense. Can he continue to shut the door for the Tide and give it off to the bullpen?
He's had to do it with just a 1-0 lead. Hayden Stovall 0 for 2 in this game, did homer last night and hit a double for the Razorbacks. Chop to first, there's Hodo. 2 gone.
talked a lot about location of his pitches. Most important thing is getting the first out, and that's what Zane Adams has been able to do the majority of the innings to keep traffic off the base passes.
Trying to slow down Jared Sprague-Lott, who has picked up 4 hits over the weekend against Alabama. Singled last time up in the 4th. Ran a little inside for Adams, 2-0. Sprague-Lott skies it high and deep to left field. Petrutz all the way back. Reaches for it, but can't make the catch. Extra bases for Sprague-Lott with a double to extend the 6th inning.
Sprague-Lott almost gets it. Petrutz gives it a nice effort. Can't quite come up with it. Big double with 2 outs. The Hogs are hunting right now.
That's what you love to see from your 3rd hitter in the order. Now a runner in scoring position for the cleanup batter, Ben McLaughlin. Single, and he's hit into a double play. He's 1 for 2.
See the Razorbacks the 3rd time through the order and starting to see that curveball a little bit better out of Zane's hand.
Punch past Miller into left field. Here comes Sprague-Lott. The throw by Petrutz is cut off as Sprague-Lott got a late stop sign from Nate Thompson. Men on the corners for Arkansas.
Surprised to see him be held up right there. I don't know if he lost his footing making his way to 3rd base. Typically, on a base hit like that, you're sending them with 2 outs. You see right here. Gage Miller gave it a great effort.
Looks like at first got the green light from Thompson, but then just got a little off balance. Jason Jackson, the associate head coach and pitching coach for Alabama, out to speak with Adams. There has been bullpen activity for the Crimson Tide. See what Alabama wants to do here with the game really on the line. We know we're only in the top of the 6th inning, but tightly contested series like this, moments like this are huge.
Jason Jackson just talking to the freshman. Great outing thus far. Looks like they're going to roll with him to try to finish out this inning. Just telling him you've gotten this far. Just letting it loose right here to get this last out right here. Doesn't get any easier coming up against 3rd hitter, shortstop Aloy.
Few final words for Coach Thompson for him as he will stride to the plate. Great opportunity for Arkansas. Sprague-Lott the tying run at 3rd. Go-ahead run McLaughlin at 1st for the man that leads Arkansas with 9 homers, 34 runs batted in. Hasn't gone yards so far this weekend in Tuscaloosa. Check swing, no swing. John Brammer, first base umpire.
First base umpire said he held up. That was questionable.
Puts it in play here to center. Backing up on him, McCanns. He's got a beat on it. He's got it. And the inning is over. 6 scoreless innings for Zane Adams against #1 Arkansas.
I love your dress.
Oh, thanks. I splurged a little because Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance and I saved hundreds.
That's great.
I know, right? I've been telling everyone.
Liberty.
Did you hear that? I just said her first word. Can you say mama?
Liberty. Can you say auntie? Liberty. How many people did you tell?
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, liberty, liberty.
Liberty.
Excuse me, would you mind taking a picture of us?
Oh, no problem.
Thanks.
Ooh, yes, problem.
You need Verizon. Get the new iPhone 15 Pro with tons of storage, so you can take all the pics.
Trade in any iPhone in any condition and get iPhone 15 Pro on us. Only on Verizon.
Cody Frank will take over on the mound for the Razorbacks. Senior going through his warm-up tosses, previously time at Nebraska, then before that Eastern Oklahoma State College. But so far this season, some good results, a sub-3 ERA as he'll be on the mound with a 2-0 mark for Arkansas.
Cody Frank, 2-0. Like Roger said, this is more of the stopper, long relief. Last outing against LSU went 3 innings. He's a guy, high leverage guy that Coach Van Horn talked a lot about. See if he can stymie the bats for Alabama.
He'll be facing the Crimson Tide middle third of the order. Will Hodo, Cade Snell, TJ McCann, all lefty hitters due to the plate. It's the right-hander Cody Frank. It all starts with Will Hodo. A walk and a ground out so far in this game. He did homer yesterday for Alabama.
Definitely the two hottest hitters, Will Hodo and Cade Snell. Cody Frank's going to come at you with a 92, 95 mile an hour fastball. Got a slider in the high 70s. I would anticipate seeing some change-ups to these left-handed hitters who are great fastball hitters.
We have an issue with the PitchCom device for catcher Ryder Helfrich as he'll head back to the Razorback dugout. Looks like he's good to go. So he's able to signal all the pitches in to not only the pitcher on the mound, but also position players as well. First pitch to Hodo. This for strike one.
Saw the changeup right there. I think in a very aggressive hitter in Will Hodo, you got to keep him at bay. And if you've got a good changeup, makes that fastball so much better.
There's the first fastball that Hodo's seen, a little off the plate, 2-1.
Like Roger said, senior, used to these type of situations, knows how to pitch in the SEC. He's not going to give in. He's got good 3-pitch mix.
Last year, 6 outings for Cody Frank. He had a freak shoulder injury. A lat muscle tore off the bone during an appearance against Wright State. Pitching coach Matt Hobbs said he'll never get the gruesome sound that it made out of his head. So amazing work for Frank to work his way back from a serious injury like that.
Tells you a lot about how much these guys put in the work when they're enjoying their craft, but making a comeback like that just tells you how much these guys really love it.
Didn't miss by much there. Now a full count of 3-2. Payoff pitch. Swing and a fly ball driven deep in the air to right. Kendall Diggs back on it and at the track puts it away. Wind is blowing in a bit from right field. May not have had distance anyway, but Hodo gives it a good ride for the first out.
Looks like changeup got Will Hodo just a little bit out front, got it off the end of the bat. And like Roger said, the wind is not helping at all, blowing straight in from right field right now.
Now Cade Snell. First pitch fastball for strike one. Right to third, gobbled up by Spraglot. 2 gone.
Just like that, Arkansas's got 2 outs, a clean inning. Been very impressed with Cade Snell. Obviously, he's a very good hitter. We talked about his pitching. He uses the whole field. You've seen him pull the ball. Last 2 games, he's used the opposite field a whole lot. He's just a good overall hitter for the Tide.
TJ McCants singled last time up, 1 for 2 in this game against the Razorbacks. Go ahead, RBI double last night in the 8th. Right to second base, there's Stovall, and that is the inning. Frank comes in, sets down the Crimson Tide, 1-2-3 here in the 6th.
Excuse me, would you mind taking a picture of us?
Oh, no problem.
Thanks.
Ooh, yes, problem.
You need Verizon. Get the new iPhone 15 Pro with tons of storage, so you can take all the pics.
Trade in any iPhone in any condition and get iPhone 15 Pro on us. Only on Verizon.
Reeves Me says getting Taco Bell during the daytime feels unethical, which is why I'm going to use the Cantina chicken menu to help change his mind.
The chicken's great.
Well, well, well.
Oh.
Didn't you post this? Getting Taco Bell during the daytime feels unethical. Is it daytime or nighttime? Yes. So what do you think, Reeve? I mean, because plus the sun makes me think that your pants might be on fire. You get what I'm saying, right?
So I'm a liar?
Well. The new Cantina chicken menu isn't just for late night.
Wow. This Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear is so soft and so smooth. I'm starting to get tearied away. Ah, thank you, Mr. Smooth Bear.
Designed with smooth tear edges, Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear has wavy perforations that tear so much better for a smooth, more enjoyable go.
Mom, you okay in there?
I'm terrific.
Enjoy the go with Charmin.
He's here. Anyone want a Coors Light?
Oh, shoot, I forgot to play the song. I got a guy who can fix this. The excitement that surrounds this tournament, the best conference tournament in all of college baseball.
Save me, so my bones have been aching.
Oh, he tattoos it!
Time to make a stand.
Man, I'm all jacked up. Let's get to Hoover.
We're at the midway point of SEC regular season, so we're 5 weeks away from the SEC baseball tournament. Coming up once again in Hoover, Alabama. Always a tremendous tournament. The Crimson Tide and the Razorbacks are certainly in good position to make it once again, and we'll start on May 21st, go all the way through the 26th. This will be an Arkansas team that you'd imagine will be a heavy favorite from the SEC West. I imagine we're going to see a lot of Arkansas fans find their way to Hoover, Alabama.
They typically travel really well to Hoover, and like Roger said, if you're a fan of baseball, not just an SEC school, once you get an opportunity to take in some of those games and get to watch an entire day because you're playing back-to-back games, it's a lot of fun, and that Hoover Met does get loud.
Zane Adams back to work for this top of the 7th against Nolan Souza. Souza with a fly ball to center. McCants, a good adjustment for the out. That's the first out here in the 7th. Well, the pitch count certainly has helped Adams continue on the mound in this start. He's not had any long innings, really not many high-stress innings in this time on the hill. Maybe with the exception of the last inning when Razorbacks got men on the corners with 2 gone. Popped up by Holtz out of play. The Crimson Tide really riding the hot hand.
They are. Zane has given them a quality start today. We talked a little bit about the keys to his success thus far: fastball and off-speed pitch location, which you have to do against the #1 team in the nation. but he's also pitched with some grit. You know, he's got sideways, couple of innings, was able to limit the damage each and every time. And like Roger said, he's limited his pitch counts, which given him the opportunity to get to this point.
Knocked foul by Holtz, one of last night's heroes for Arkansas with that game-tying homer in the 9th off a lefty. Alton Davis, a low slider, just golfed it out of this ballpark.
Down to their last out. Ice in his veins and just sent one over the scoreboard to keep Arkansas just alive.
1-2. Stayed away with a fastball, 2-2.
Not a bad way to get your first home run of the year. And the Hogs needed it in a bad way.
Foul tip, strike 3. Zane Adams racks up his 4th strikeout.
That's just downright competing right there. Zane just said, I'm going to come right at you with a fastball. Here's my best one. Blows it by Holt to get that second out.
Excuse me, check swing, grounder by Helfrich to Hodo. That's the inning. 7 scoreless innings by Zane Adams.
The future is threatened by enemies often unseen and unexpected. In the midst of an uncertain and evolving world, the need for Marines to defeat these shifting threats is critical because the need to ensure stability for our nation has never been greater. When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant: Marines.
He's here. Anyone want a Coors Light?
Oh, shoot, I forgot to play the song. I got a guy who can fix this.
No fees or minimums and no overdraft fees are another reason banking with Capital One is an even easier decision than this.
I'll take Barkley.
Yes!
Yep, even easier than that. What's in your wallet?
Hey, you seeing this?
Wait, where's the dish?
There ain't one.
You're telling me you can get direct TV, the good stuff, and you don't need a satellite dish? Oh, I used to love doing my business on those things.
You're one sick pigeon. Them dishes kept the rain off our beaks.
We just have different priorities, is all.
Satellite-free direct TV. Never thought I'd see the day.
Well, our lifespans are quite short.
Stream DirecTV without a satellite dish.
I'm gonna do this thing with my neck, just for a bit.
Fans on their feet in Tuscaloosa. Take me out to the ball game, followed by the Cotton Eye Joe at Sewell Thomas Stadium. Festive atmosphere to welcome back the Crimson Tide after a tough road trip last weekend to Kentucky, getting swept. Now Alabama 3 innings away from picking up a series win against the nation's top-ranked team, the Arkansas Razorbacks. Still some work to do. Bottom third of the order to appear for Alabama to start the bottom of the 7th. Still Cody Frank. Got a quick 1-2-3 6th on the mound for Arkansas.
Evan Slights ready to break out. He's been 0 for this weekend, but just one click away to maybe get that Tide offense going. Doesn't get any easier against Cody Frank, who had a clean 6th inning.
Clean handlebar mustache as well. Ball's behind here, 3-0.
Typically, Coach Vaughn gives older guys like Evan Slight the green light 3-0, but I got to imagine right now in this close game, you're probably taking.
Will take a fastball for strike one. That hit him. 3 base runners starts the 7th inning for Alabama.
Fastball that was trying to get the run back on the inner half. Tide will take it. Again, another opportunity for the Tide late in the game to see how they approach this with Matt Gassetti, the bottom half of the order. Do you lay one down or let them hit?
Squares away and lays down the bunts. Frank will get the sure out at first, with Slight taking second base. Good sacrifice bunt by Matt Gassetti.
It's well played across the board. Matt Gassetti shows early, stays in his legs, gets a strike he can handle, sets the bat angle, bunts it to the right side, first base side. Cody Frank makes a good strong throw to first.
Eblin 1 for 2. First weekend back after missing 2 weeks with injury for the Crimson Tide. Drills it high, deep right field, and gone. Welcome back, Bryce Eblin. A 2-run homer makes it 3-0 Alabama.
Welcome back, Bryce Eblin. That ball was tagged right there. Alabama was waiting to break out right there, and Bryce Eblin gave him one.
5th homer this year for Bryce Eblin.
Laid off the changeup, last pitch. Looks like he got another one. It just hung over the plate, wraps it around the foul pole, and gives the right field Ragers a little treat.
Now with a little bit of breathing room, 3-0 Alabama. Gage Miller, base hit down the left field line, all the way to the corner. 1-out double for Miller after the home run.
Another fastball by Cody, hung out over the plate. You know Gage Miller's ready to ambush a fastball. Kept it inside the third base line, and keeping the rally going for the Tide.
Imagine this would be about fair or foul down the line. Coach Van Horn with home plate umpire Ronnie Teague.
I can only imagine that's the only thing that he's arguing over is potential fair foul.
Might make a pitching change as well. Frank will exit for the Razorbacks. Already 2 runs have scored. It'll be Will McIntyre taking over on the mound for Arkansas when we return.
Nobody's born with grit.
Rose is really struggling.
It's something you build over time.
It's 21 missed cuts in a row.
For 88 years, Morgan Stanley has offered clients determination and forward thinking to create the future only you can see.
Rose, back in the winner's circle.
Excuse me, would you mind taking a picture of us?
Oh, no problem.
Thanks.
Ooh, yes, problem. You need Verizon. Trade in that old thing and get a new iPhone 15 Pro with tons of storage, so you can take all the pics. So many selfies.
A preposterous amount of panos!
That means panoramic. And as many portraits of me as your heart desires.
How about none?
None, yeah, none feels right.
Trade in any iPhone in any condition and get iPhone 15 Pro on us. Only on Verizon.
Cheeseburgers are tempting, but have you ever eaten a deliciously decadent lunch that didn't make you want to take a nap? The all-new honey mustard chicken wrap is exactly that. Tender chicken, sweet and smoky honey mustard, and a pillowy lavash wrap.
Perfect for pro athletes like me, right?
Stefan, can I finish? Try all new wraps from Subway today. Can we get another wrap in here?
Well, it has been a tight 1-0 game for Alabama until this bottom of the 7th. Bryce Evelyn with a 2-run homer has made it 3-0 Crimson Tide, and Alabama trying to add on against the Razorback bullpen as Will McIntyre will take over on the hill for the Razorbacks, inheriting Gage Miller at second base with only one out. But this is one of the arms the Razorbacks trust more than anybody out of their bullpen.
Yeah, Will McIntyre, redshirt senior, 6'4", big guy, 17th appearance. Just, it seems like every guy the Razorbacks rollout's got a high K to walk ratio. All that means is they got electric stuff, and they ain't messing around. They don't walk a lot of guys, and he's one of them. He's going to come at you with a fastball 90-93 off speed, and he's got a cutter at 83-85.
Ian Petrut's first pitch sends it down the right field line. And just in for a base hit. Miller a late break to third, a double that just snuck in there by Ian Petrutz.
Right off the bat, Kendall Diggs did not get a great jump. I mean, off the bat from a right fielder, it looks like he got more of it, and he took a first step back, and he was still trying to catch up, and it just dropped in no man's land right there. I don't even know if he would have gotten to that with a good jump. Razorbacks playing infield in right here to limit the damage.
Justin LeBron at the plate, third hitter in the order, has been 0 for 3 so far in this game. Dangerous hitter in a spot like this with 2 in scoring position, only 1 gone.
If you're McIntyre, trying to live down in the zone and get yourself a ground ball.
Gets in front, 0-2 on LeBron. LeBron, an RBI single against McIntyre in the Friday game when Alabama rallied, had a 3-run bottom of the 8th, still fell by the final score of 5-3. But LeBron was the final batter that McIntyre would face. Hit foul, do it again, and no balls, 2 strikes.
Again, Coach Rob Vaughn talked about the maturation of Justin LeBron, putting him in the 3-hole. He got a lot of confidence, the talent that he has with the bat, but the consistency to put together a good at-bat to hopefully manufacture a run. They also got, on the flip side, the Razorbacks have a 5th-year senior right here.
And he gets the strikeout. Huge strikeout on that spot for Will McIntyre.
Big pitch right there by Will McIntyre. 0-2, fastball, just trying to run up in the zone to see if he could chase. Justin LeBron just couldn't lay off right there. Big out right there for the Razorbacks.
Still 2 in scoring position for Alabama, but now 2 gone. Will Hodo at the plate. A homer yesterday, has been 0 for 2 with a walk in this game.
We talk about most of these SEC games, or Alabama's up 3-0, but every run is precious. And for Arkansas to get that second out with a guy at third base was big.
Now a pop-up. Spraglot, the third baseman, will make the catch, and that will close out the inning. But the inning featured a 2-run homer by Bryce Eblin, and that has made it a 3-0 Alabama lead.
Welcome back, Bryce Eblin. Tide is excited to have him back and run one out the yard.
He's here. Anyone want a Coors Light?
Oh, shoot, I forgot to play the song. I got a guy who can fix this.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. And get access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One.